What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, February 28th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Hey guys, our cash game lineup optimizer is now live. Playing cash games is the secret to building your bankroll. So that's why we've created our cash game lineup optimizer that will generate a lineup based on the highest projected ownership. In cash game lineups, you want safer plays that carry less risk and are owned by a larger percentage of the field. By using the wisdom of the crowd, we will generate a cash game lineup based on ownership projections. This new tool is available right now, so come on in and start building your bankroll. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know, we added our first version of the XFL Position Optimizer, which has projected points, projected value, and we're gonna have projected ownerships in there as well. We're gonna be adding more XFL tools to Draft Dashboard, so come on in and give those a try. Okay guys, we have a 10-game slate tonight, so a huge player pool. Let's take a look at the point guard position. I'm gonna give you a value play here. I like Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Milwaukee Bucks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and although they've been pretty good versus opposing point guards, Dennis Schroeder has averaged 31.4 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. He's projected at 30.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. He's $5,600 DraftKings salary and $300 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 230 points scored in this game. Schroeder has scored 29, 32, and 26 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 31, 32, and 28 minutes. This is a fast-paced game, so I like Dennis Schroeder here versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz playing the Washington Wizards, who have the second worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Donovan Mitchell has averaged 38.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 34 minutes per game with a 31% usage rate. He scored 51, 52, and 43 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 35 minutes in each of those games. So this guy's been on fire. He's projected at 36.8 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he can score 40 fantasy points to get you over 5 times value. He's $8,000 DraftKings salary, but he's $700 less on FanDuel. So I love that FanDuel price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 230.5 points scored in this game. So a super high scoring game, a home game, a fast-paced game, and a fantastic matchup. So I like Donovan Mitchell here versus the Washington Wizards. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Another shooting guard that I like tonight is Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns, playing the Detroit Pistons, who have the 11th worst defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards. Devin Booker has averaged 42.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 36 minutes per game with a 30% usage rate. He's projected at 40.4 fantasy points here tonight, and he's only $7,800 DraftKings salary and $300 less on FanDuel. Oh, that's 5.2 times value. So this is a home game, a fast-paced game, and Devin Booker is coming off of a subpar game, so I think he can hit 45 plus fantasy points here tonight. So I like Devin Booker here versus the Detroit Pistons. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Evan Fournier from the Orlando Magic playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Evan Fournier has averaged 30 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. He scored 47, 30, and 38 fantasy points in his last 3 games, playing 34, 31, and 33 minutes. He's projected at 31.1 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 33 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. He's $6,500 DraftKings salary, but he's $600 less on FanDuel. So I love that FanDuel price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 234 points scored in this game. So another super high scoring game, home game, fast-paced game, and a fantastic matchup. This guy's been on fire. So I like Evan Fournier here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, moving on to the power forward position. I'm going to give you a value play here. I like Marcus Morris from the LA Clippers playing the Denver Nuggets, who have a good defense overall, and they've been good versus opposing power forwards. But Marcus Morris has averaged 30.3 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He scored 32 fantasy points last game in 29 minutes. He scores about 1 fantasy point a minute, so if he can get 29 or 30 minutes tonight, he should definitely crush value. He's projected at 29.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.8 times value. He's only $5,100 DraftKings salary and $600 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 218.5 points scored in this game. This is a home game and a fast-paced game, so I like Marcus Morris as a value play here versus the Denver Nuggets. Okay, moving on to the center position. I'm going to give you another value play. This guy's always risky, but he's been playing well lately. I like Tristan Thompson from the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the New Orleans Saints, who have the 6th worst defense overall, and they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Tristan Thompson has averaged 31.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He scored 38, 31, and 25 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 31, 29, and 25 minutes. He's projected at 29.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's $5,700 DraftKings salary, and he's $700 less on FanDuel. So I love that FanDuel price. This is a fast-paced game and a great matchup, so I like Tristan Thompson here versus the New Orleans Saints. And for the same price on DraftKings, I probably prefer this guy on DraftKings and prefer Tristan Thompson on FanDuel. So on DraftKings, I like Montrezl Harrell from the LA Clippers playing the Denver Nuggets. So we know they have a good defense, but Montrezl Harrell has averaged 33 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. This guy's a point per minute monster, projected at 32.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.7 times value. He's $5,700 DraftKings salary and the same price on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 218.5 points scored in this game. It's a home game and a fast-paced game, so I like Montrezl Harrell here versus the Denver Nuggets. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. This is a quick reminder, you should be reading the comments of this video. We have some savvy basketball fans who watch these videos and they often give great plays and call me out when my picks are wrong. Wisdom of the crowd is a great way to get a feel for what players the field likes in today's NBA slate. We also have a DFS tool that shows you what players our members like for today's slate, so you can come on in and check that out.